G'day, ZiggyD here, and welcome to my Pillars of Eternity roleplay through. Hope you guys are excited to join me on a journey, on an adventure. I have so far played only a tiny bit of this game, but what I've seen so far has been beautiful. I've been trying to avoid spoilers as much as possible, because I have been super hyped for this game. Guys, let's jump into it. This should be a lot of fun. I'm going to be doing this as a I'm going to be playing this as if I was my character, trying to think of things from my character's point of view as much as possible. We're going to have a bit of fun and maybe break the fourth wall from time to time, but we're going to try and really get into this. Guys, I hope you're as excited as I am, so let's go ahead and jump on into it.
Five wagons grope blindly for the path on a starless night, their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
So before we begin our journey proper, it is time I introduced you to our main character, Ziggy Stardust. I'm sorry guys, I had to do it. It's the only name that made sense. We are a moon godlike. The godlike, for those of you guys who don't know, from Pillars of Eternity, are born of the Kith, the regular human-like races. They're born of regular parents, but they are born with unusual properties and unusual physique. They are said to be akin to the gods, and some people call it a blessing, while others view it as a curse. There are 4 different types of godlike. There are the moon godlike, which I am, the fire godlike, the death godlike, and the nature godlike. Of the 4 varieties, the moon godlike is the most generally accepted because there's a superstition that they bring good luck and good fortune. Now, I was born of most likely human parents, based on my physique and build, in the mountains to the north of the Living Lands. Due to my strange birthright, I never really fit in at home, and as soon as I was of age, I set out as a wanderer. Superstitions about the luck of the moon godlikes made it easy for me to basically join up with any group of travelers, merchants, or brigands that I desired at the time, and I was able to explore the world doing so. However, although I was welcome on people's adventures and their journeys out on the roads, I was never really welcomed into their homes because of the general mistrust of the ways I acted as a Cipher, and also being godlike as well. Maybe it sort of makes some people feel a little bit uncomfortable to have me in their actual homes. After years of wandering, I've decided that it's about time to settle down and find a place to call my own home. I'm only young, but I've already become fatigued with the roads, seen so many things already. Maybe, though, there's still quite a few more things we'll have to see, we'll see. So I am a Cipher by class, guys. A Cipher is someone who deals in powerful mind magics. I generate focus through combat, and then I'm able to use that focus to twist and turn the minds of my enemies and enhance the minds of my allies. You'll have to sort of see it in action to fully understand how it works, I think. And that, guys, is it. I think it's time to go ahead and jump on in. Oh, I'm so excited. How beautiful is this game, by the way, guys? I'm sure if you guys have seen screenshots and videos of this so far, you've seen like how awesome the backgrounds are, how painterly it all is. Amazing stuff. The caravan master finishes addressing the group, his bushy red mustache and sagging jowls quivering as if for emphasis. Sounds like an entertaining fellow.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you were planning a stroll through those ruins up there. Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who'd be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks.
We're in dangerous territory, it seems like. We better watch our step.
Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood?
At last, the caravan master turns to you, frowning as he looks you over.
Touch of the rumbling rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle round here carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water, of course. Which case you'll be dead in a day.
I think that means we should be drinking some water, guys. Not feeling too well. Feeling a little bit queasy.
There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry, about the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water.
Ah, we're gonna make some tea. Our first quest, make some tea. I'm down with that. That sounds like an awesome way to spend the evening kind of trapped in some ancient ruins.
I know you want
Sounds
to hunt
awesome.
before it gets much darker, but see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here.
Alright, let's find out where we can find these berries.
They grow on a bush that's common round here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one.
So what exactly are these ruins where we're at the moment? I'm curious.
Nothing you won't see on half the hills of Air Glonfoth. Money to be made selling their knickknacks in Defiance Bay, if you don't mind getting stuck with Glonfoth and arrows now and again. They didn't build them, but I'll be the effigy if they don't watch them like a mother bear. Of course, all the ones around here have been ransacked 10 times over. Got nothing left worth half a pond, so I hear.
So it is a bit dangerous here then.
Not if you hurry about your business,
Alright.
and not if the weather holds up.
Okay. Alright, I'll go see about these berries
Hold on.
then.
Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot, not like most of this lot. But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got
Yeah.
a schedule to keep.
I've been around. He scans over the travelers, resting his eyes at length on a sturdy, armor-clad woman who has spent the journey's nights sleeping on uneven ground without blanket or pillow.
Kalisha. Kalisha!
The woman looks up in her own time. Not exactly in a rush.
He needs to find some springberries. Watch that he doesn't drop dead.
No promises.
Good stuff, Galicia.
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
Don't
Sounds
listen
fair.
to him. You're in good hands. And I pay too well, if anything.
He pays you by his own word.
Off with you. Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a Beawick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
So I'm none too familiar with the Beawick, but it sounds like they have control over the elements of the wind. So something we might want to watch out for. So, I'm fairly familiar with some of these tutorials here, but if you guys play through yourself, you can read through some of that. Though there might be some points where I do have to read through some of this stuff. Otherwise, I'm fairly familiar with most of this stuff just here.
You heard the man. Let's get going before you keel over.
So we have Kalisha with us here. First, let's take a little bit of a poke around. We can see, if we go into our inventory, you can see everything we have sort of... We basically just have the weapons in our hands and the clothes on our back at the moment. Nothing really extra. Looks like Kalisha is carrying an axe and a torch. Pretty ready for battle. And myself carrying my trusty hunting bow from the Northern Lands. Let's have a look around first. There's a bunch of caravanners sort of just chilling at the moment. Maybe we can just sneakily poke in... a potion of minor regeneration. And some coins. No one saw that.
Anyone need supplies? I've got sundries for sale.
Oh, he sounds like a friendly dude. Mechanics +1 or lockpicks or mechanics. This is a locked crate just here. I don't have any lockpicks, but oh, we managed to pick it just with our mechanical knowledge. Good stuff. Let's have a look at these, sort of these weird glass stones jutting out of the earth. These tall glass green pillars appear as if they have sprouted from the earth. The flickering fire sets shadows dancing within them. Let's go check out the crates in here. I found some more just regular clothing. I mean, sure, take everything. Rob them of all their earthly possessions. Now all the like the hand-painted backgrounds and stuff here are beautiful, aren't they, guys? Exploration is key in Pillars of Eternity as you make your way through the Eastern Reach. Open up area map to see what parts you've already discovered and what's left to explore. We can see the sort of the map over here, and I think there is an area map if we click out here, and we can see the larger area map of the world we're in. To the north is my homelands. Let's continue to explore. See if we can find ourselves some berries. Sparfle. Let's talk to Sparfle.
I'll have your water soon enough. Stream's not going anywhere.
He doesn't seem to be in any much of a rush. He is currently enjoying a pipe. Good work, Sparfle. In your own time, man. In your own time. Alright, let's head up to the north here. So
Let's
we're looking
check
for
by
some
those
berry
outcroppings.
bushes. Sounds like a plan. Oh, I see a grisly sight ahead. We better approach with caution. Shh. Ah, looks like a wild wolf has felled a deer just here. All right, let's see what we can do about this. I might show Kalisha what I'm made of. I'm going to be using an old power of mine, Eye Strike, which blinds and dazes enemies, and we'll have Kalisha move in to melee combat. It should make the wolf sort of pretty easy to deal with. Now, those of you guys who are not familiar with this sort of combat from CRPGs, it is real-time combat, but you can pause at any time, and you can also set up pauses to happen on certain events, like an enemy being spotted, or a companion dying, or someone becoming injured. There's a whole bunch of customization you can do. I've set up some auto-pause settings at the moment that hopefully should work well for us. Otherwise, you can slow down time as well. I can actually hit S and slow down time, so we can sort of play out the combat in slight slow motion. We can see how things play out. So Kalisha moves into melee there. I follow up with bow attacks. We can see the wolf is currently blind and dazed, which makes it far less effective in combat. And Kalisha sets the thing on fire! Not a bad first encounter. No damage taken. And we can loot it if it's pelt at the same time. Might as well get some skinning done. That's a grisly scene right there though, isn't it? Alright, we can turn off slow mode now that we're out through the combat.
This is it.
This looks like the berries we've been looking for. Easy mode. You're kind of a mystery to the rest of the caravan, just some kind of wanderer the way I hear it. That sort of thing does tend to happen with orphans. How is it you happen to come here? I've never had a place to call home. I'm still looking. You've got a lot on your mind then. Hopefully things work out in the end, but in my experience, they don't always. Kalisha's a realist, I would say. Kalisha breathes in her surroundings. Been a long time since I've been this way, but I always did like it. Lord Raedric's offer makes a girl think. I'll give him that. You're here to settle like the rest of us? Well, Kalisha, it is a hard offer to pass up. You won't find many offers like it in these parts, believe me. Got some big plan in store? Kalisha, I'm just planning on settling here and starting a new life. I've been on the roads too long already. Well, who knows? Raedric pays well enough. Maybe we'll end up neighbours. I hope so, Kalisha. Anyway, I'm wasting time here. A demon will give me an earful. Let's be on our way. Alrighty, tell me a little bit about yourself first, Kalisha, before we rush back. I've got simple needs. I like open skies and far horizons. I find work that lets me live that way. My family wanders too. We started in Drywood, or Durwood, but my parents ended up in the Living Lands. I've got a brother in Ruatai, and another in Ada. My sister in Gilded Vale. She's the only real homebody. Alrighty, let's get back to camp. You know, I wouldn't hold my breath about that Sparfle's gonna get you any water anytime soon. He does what he feels like, when he feels like it. We should check up on him, slap him around a little. Stream's just down that way, come on, let's get you your water. Yeah, I don't like our chances of Sparfle actually fetching some water for me. Doesn't seem like the type to do anything but for himself. Let's go ahead and raid some mushrooms here first. Burned ladies. So all of this stuff that we pick up here goes into our stash here. There's a stash for basically crafting reagents, so it doesn't fill up your sort of combat inventory, which is basically what your character holds on their person. You've also got your party stash, and you can do some crafting and stuff from in there, which we'll be able to check that out later. Alright, let's head down to the south here. So Sparfle's sort of just chilling here at the tree in the middle of the crossroads. He does seem to have disappeared though. Maybe he's down by the stream grabbing some water. Hopefully. I'm being optimistic. Let's have an explore. So for movement, I'm double clicking and it, oh, hello. Oh, the deer rushed away. Perhaps I should have snuck up on it. We could have gotten an extra meal, perhaps. Oh, here we go. Travelers maybe, or looters, or bandits. Bad sign any way you figure it. Yeah, dead bodies lying around, generally not a good thing. The corpse is cold to the touch, and a ripe smell wafts from it in putrid waves. A dark crusted bloodstain besmirches its simple linen clothing. We did find some lockpicks and some leather armor. I currently have padded armor equipped. Now, the sort of the positives or negatives of armor is that padded armor only provides, you know, moderate to light damage reduction, but it does not slow us down too much. It's quite light, so it doesn't really slow us down. And I like to be kind of on my toes in combat. Leather armor would be a bit more protective. You can see the damage resistance is higher, but it would slow us down the recovery speed being 30%, minus 30% rather than 20%. If we sort of compare to Kalisha, she's wearing some scale armor, which is slower again, but with a higher damage reduction. So we can sort of, if we decide we want some more protection, we could equip this leather armor though. Alright, it doesn't look like there's anything else this way apart from the corpses hiding amongst the tree there. Interesting sort of light from the fireflies hanging on the tree there. Alright, let's cross the bridge then. Maybe Sparfle will head across the bridge over here. And we can zoom in around. You can't rotate though, everything's sort of designed to be viewed from one angle. What is Sparfle's backpack doing here?
What a surprise. Sparfle went hunting. At least he left the water skins. Come on.
I don't know, Kalisha. I don't know about this. I feel like your assessment of this situation is not quite on point. I mean, my character's perception is not particularly high. I could say I am of average perceptiveness, but even though I can tell that this doesn't seem right, why would he leave his lantern? You crouch at the riverbank and dip your water skin into the cool water while Kalisha waits nearby, keeping watch. As you rise, you notice her look up sharply towards the tree line. Out of the trees emerges Sparfle, one of the guides. Barely discernible in the dim moonlight, he no longer carries his bow, and there is a strangeness to his gait, a spastic wobble in ordinarily deft stride as he moves towards you with laboured breath.
Sparfle, are you alright?
Sparfle's toe catches on a rock and he collapses forward in a heap, the feathered shaft of an arrow planted between his shoulders like an enemy flag. Oh damn.
Ambush!
I knew something wasn't right. Okay, let's see what we can do about this situation. I think we'll have Kalisha engage the ambusher from the bridge, whereas I'll engage the lighter equipped opponent from this side. I can probably blind them here. Allow me to set up some hotkeys briefly. And if I attempt to blind the hunter here, I think combat will go a lot better for us. We'll have Kalisha engaged to the north here. Let's try it out, see how we go. Alright, we should be able to fight the hunter ourselves just fine now. Alright, Kalisha seems to be doing well. Slow things down a little bit. Looks like we've got the hunter under control here. He's almost going down. They're not looking too well. Kalisha has set the other hunter on fire. Now what I'm going to do here, make things a little bit more interesting. Let's see if I can...
What you need?
Not going to work just yet. Alright, let's move around to this side. I can move around to the back. I don't have any melee weapons to deal with in here, but we can take a shot from the backside. Looks like Kalisha did the work. I think we're okay. No need for fanciness.
Get back to camp.
We took a few hits there. Let's quickly loot the corpses before we go, though. Another hunting bow. And agate. He was carrying some treasures. Now, I know we're going to see what's happening with the ambush, but I kind of just want to see what's going here. The footprints around the campfire are indistinct and may have been here for days or longer. Let's check this out just here. Ah, some beer. I'll take that. Alright. Just making sure there's no one else around the camp. Alright. Oh, hold on. What is this? Ziggy has discovered something. What the? The Disappointer, pistol two-handed. Speed very slow. The Disappointer was touted as a powerful, reliable weapon, but it has consistently failed every one of its unfortunate owners. This is a terrible weapon that disappoints anyone who uses it. The gun appears well made at first glance, but closer scrutiny reveals poor design and shoddy craftsmanship. Those who aren't fooled by its appearance still occasionally attempt to use it, just to see if maybe the whole thing was made to look this way in an elaborate ruse, hoping that it's an artifact of extreme power to conceal, crafted by a master who designed to conceal its remarkable nature. It wasn't and isn't. This sounds like a dangerous weapon. I'll take it, and we'll maybe check it out later. All right, let's just check to see if anyone's down here first. So while sneaking, you go into a more perceptive state where you will potentially spot hidden things like that weapon just there. All right, looks like there's no more enemies around this. We better rush back to the camp then. All right. Dramatic music. Back across the bridge. I doubt there was only two of them. Oh, I can hear the sounds of battle in the distance. Let's head back up around to the camp here. Things don't seem to be going well from over at the camp. Uh-oh. Alright, we have another enemy here. Maybe we can sneak and get a better position here. There's two of them. Alright. I think I'll have Kalisha sneak around this side a little bit, and I'll have her move into engage. And I'm going to go ahead and blind the archer as well, who I think is a bit more of a danger here. All right, let's get into it. There's there's 3 here. Okay, Kalisha's about to move into engage. Okay, let's the archer is no danger now that he's blinded and dazed, but Kalisha's gonna need some help for sure. We can hopefully help take out this archer here from the distance. I think Kalisha's getting a bit fatigued as well from combat. It sounds like it. Now, as I attack, I generate focus, which I can use to use my Cipher skills. I need to generate a little bit more focus, and we can potentially do that. In such case, we can do right now. I should be able to create a toxic physical manifestation of the mutual antipathy between the Cipher and the enemy target. Anyone caught between the path or between two will suffer corrosive damage. So the way this works is I can cast this on him, and then I can move over to this archer here and burn him up. As you can see, the massive corrosive damage from the field of antipathy between us. I can move out just slightly and then maybe shoot this guy as well. Now, it looks like this guy's going down. We should be able to finish this one. Well, that was pretty effective. I love that ability. I rarely get to use it. We get to use the enemy numbers against them. Looks like Kalisha's doing pretty well, which is pretty sturdy. Alright, we've taken these 3 down. I think that went pretty well, guys. I think that went pretty well. Alright, I got a bunch of stuff here we can chuck in our stash. I love the music. Alright, let's move back to the camp and see what's going on. Uh-oh. Shopkeeper friend, I'd planned to talk to him. I guess not now. I guess not now. The Glanfathan leader. All around you lie the massacred remains of the other travelers, peppered with arrows and knife hilts, splayed and bug-eyed and filthy on the blood-damp earth. Kalisha puts the back of her left hand to her mouth as if to ward away the horror like a poisonous vapor. A handful of dark figures stands above the fallen, treading on limbs and on the backs of heads, jerking their axes from bodies as if from half-split logs as they prepare to add you to the sprawling pile beneath them. One of them, towering and severe, with a thick beard tasseled with knots, holds a wet blade at the neck of the man you recognize as Hyoden, the last of your caravan left standing. Lay down your arms, trespasser! Do not forfeit this man's life for a fight you will lose. The ruin has not been sullied by our hands, men of Glanfath. Your words carry no weight when I have seen the truth with my own eyes. Blood must be paid for this intrusion. So I say again, lay down your arms. I'm gonna use my wits here to try and disarm him. Judging by the string of animal teeth around your neck, I'm guessing you were worshippers of Galawain. If Galawain told you to stop protecting the ruins, would you? If Galawain told you to jump off a bridge, would you? The man frowns and motions as if to swing his axe. Hyoden winces, but the blow never comes. Instead, the man cocks his head, intrigued. Of course, but he would not. It is by the command of all the gods that we accept this charge. How do you know? Because it's consistent with their beliefs, or because it's what you were told? The man glares. It has always been known to my people. I see. And what of Galawain's edict that weakness and age must be purged by youth and strength? You think Galawain would want us some mouldy, crumbling ruins to survive long after their builders have turned to dust? The man's nostrils flare as he fumes. He would not. He told us otherwise. I'm sure he did. Just not you personally. But why should that stop you from killing innocents, after all? Distracted, the man's grip falters on his axe handle, and he nearly fumbles it, affording Hyoden the moment he needs to dodge out of his swing, which comes too late. Howling with rage, the man charges at you instead. Bum, bum. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna have Kalisha engage with the leader, and I myself might be able to. I think blinding them is probably going to be the wisest choice, so we're going to try and do that here. So I'll blind. I think I'm going to blind this guy in the hopes that these two rush into the blinding field as well, and we'll have Hyoden sort of retreat for the moment because he's already taken a bit of damage in the fight. All right, let's try this out. All right, this should work well. They're grouping up for a nice blinding. We'll have Hedon circle around this way, and hopefully he can flank them on the other side. Oh, the blinding was excellent. Looks like all of them have been blinded in the area just here. Some excellent blinding. This hunter just here is only blinded for a short duration though, so we're going to have to be aware of that. Anyway, I'm going to have Hedon move around and try and get the flank here. Alright, it looks like the guy's engaged Hedon, so Hedon is not going to be able to retreat from this fight just here unless he is willing to take a hit to the back of the head, which I don't think is a good idea. So I think we can have the leader is dazed currently, and he's not going to be much of a danger. This one here is the most immediate threat, so we'll try and help out. We'll help out Hedon if we can here. Alicia doing very well. We absolutely exploded the hunter. Okay, that's pretty good. That'll do the trick. That'll do. And we'll have Kalisha continue over here. Should be fine. Oh, yes, and now the flank. And I think this is not going to be a problem. I think that went pretty well, guys. What do you think? Your enemy lies supine on the ground, unable to rise. His companions now silent among the other dead. His breath comes wheezing fitful gasps. He looks not at you, but at the sky above you. Forgive us. Barely audible beneath choked sighs, a whisper of wind stirs the air. At this, the man's eyes rolls back as he closes them. Good. The gods are just. A queer smile crosses his face. I am ready. The wind begins to swirl, whipping around the camp, electric and volatile, upending pots and rattling tents like an angry spirit. You can feel it begin to seep beneath your skin like jetty beginning to succumb to the surge of a great wave. And where it pierces you, you feel as though it is rending you apart from within. Seated against a wagon wheel amidst the howling maelstrom, slashed across the chest and bow, Odema's body stirs, and with great effort, he raises his sagging head. His eyes barely open, he looks directly at you.
Get inside! Run!
Oh, man. Straining against a gale that threatens to pull you off your feet with every step, you set your hands in the worn folds of a weathered rock and set about pulling yourself up the precipice. With a last burst of energy before your arms give out, you swing yourself onto the ledge. Hedon trails behind, slowed by injury and delayed by early hesitation. As he nears the face of the rocks, one of the fallen attackers who had been feigning death lunges for Hedon and topples him onto the rocky ground. Restrained, Hedon lashes out against his fatigued assailant, but he struggles to break his hold. They are close to you. From your position, you would have a good chance at hitting your mark. I grab a rock and hurl it at the attacker. Your aim is true, and the hit jars Hedon loose. Lurching to his feet, Hedon clambers up the base of the rocks. As he nears the top, however, the wind flares, pulling him sideways and tearing one of his hands free. But diving onto the hard rock, you manage to catch hold of it, securing his other hand. You pull with waning strength, and it feels as though your arms will be jerked from their sockets. They hold just long enough for Hedon to set his feet and join you on the trembling ledge. There is deep resonance to the swirling wind now. You feel it in the rocks beneath your feet and inside the cavity of your own chest, as though it would shake the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces the old stones before you, loosening connections, unsettling balances. As you dart beneath the old archway, the entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight. Oh, what a beginning! What a beginning! And it caves in behind us.
A Buick. Had to be.
I knew it.
Then we're lucky to be alive.
And we're the only ones.
We can't stay here. There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our exciting conclusion to the first episode. I hope you enjoyed it so far, and I hope you'll join me for episode 2 when I upload it tomorrow. Anyway, that's it for now. I'm ZiggyD, and thanks for watching.